All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, everybody.
My name is David Heitler-Clevens.
And I'm Rodney Whittenberg.
And this is Music for the New Revolution Live. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight here at the NERFA Conference of 2021.
Yes.
And we have a lot of wonderful, wonderful performers.
This is my first NERFA conference.
Yes. If only it was an actual one and not a virtual one.
Hi, everybody in NERFA land.
I've been trying to get Rodney to come to NERFA for years, and he's here.
I'm here.
Yes.
I've had many acts that I've produced that have been there,
yes,
that I've worked with, including you guys, but
yes,
I've never been myself. So
cool.
I'm so happy to be here. Hello, everybody.
All right, so I'm going to send Rodney into the control room so that he can get our first act going. And our first act is coming to us all the way from Nova Scotia, and her name is Erika Kulnys. And a number of the people that we booked for this showcase are people that we've known for a long time. Erika is new to us, but I was really blown away by her songs. I loved her song Rise Up and shared it around on Facebook. And so anyway, please welcome Erika Kulnys.
Thank you so much for having me, David, Rodney, and Jenny. I'm so happy to be here at NERFA. And I'm going to play Rise Up. This is a song that I wrote about opening our hearts, caring for each other and Mother Earth, and opening our borders. Where were you when the mountains quaked, when the waters rose? Were you awake? And where were you when the mother cried, giving up her child to the holy state? And where were you when we marched in the streets? And where were you? Were you keeping the peace? And where were you when we took the waters back? Where were you? Did you have your mother's back? Rise up, now it's the hour. Rise up, take back your power. Rise up, we will not wait. We rise up today. Where were you when the soldiers died, fighting for the truth? Were you alive? And where were you when the towers blew, when the temples burned? Were you inside? And where were you when we marched in the streets? And where were you? Were you keeping the peace? And where were you when we took the borders Thank you. This is so weird. Haven't done many performances on Zoom. um, the next tune I'm going to play for you folks is called My Choice. I released it today, and it's an anthem celebrating reproductive freedom and reproductive choice. And, you know, everyone should have autonomy over their own bodies, and women and childbearing folks should be able to choose whether or not we bring life into this world. And this song is benefiting a wonderful organization called Whole Woman's Health that is an abortion provider and leader in the legal battle for reproductive justice. There's an echo, eh? Oh, I'll just keep going. Here in Wales, I can see the tipping of the scale. That old church burned down, brought up mother's soul. Sorry, should I start again? There's a huge echo suddenly. Rodney? I should keep going? Okay.
You can start. Sorry about that. Hey, to all the people out there who are logging on, please mute yourself when you log in, or it'll create an echo.
Ah, thank you. Cool. Here in Wales, I can see the tipping of the scales. That old church burned down and brought our bodies home. My body's something you can't own. It's my body, my voice, my Thank you. All right. I got one more. Time for one more, eh?
Okay.
Okay. This is a song by Holly Near, one of my idols. It's called The Mountain Song. And I sang it all over mountaintops in Venezuela in Spanish. Again, I'll just say thanks so much for having me, Rodney, Jenny, and David. Music for the New Revolution is awesome. And I'm Erika Kulnys, and thanks for having me, NERFA. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter. And you can't just take my dreams away. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Now with me watching, you may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away. Without me fighting this old mountain, raised my many daughters. Some died young, some are still living, but if you come here for to take our mountain, no, we ain't come here to give it. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Now with me watching, you may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away. Without me fighting this old mountain, raised my many daughters. Some died young, some are still living, but if you come here for to take our mountain, no, we ain't come here to give it. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Now with me watching, you may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away. Without me fighting this old mountain, raised my many daughters. Some died young, some are still living. If you come here for to take our mountain, no, we ain't come here to give it. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Now with me watching, you may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away. Without me fighting this old mountain, raised my many daughters. Some died young, some are still living. If you come here for to take our mountain, no, we ain't come here to give it. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a beautiful night. Lots of love.
All right. Thank you so much, Erika. That was wonderful, beautiful performance. I'm sure everybody out there enjoyed it. And we are going to move on to Yares, who's right here in the Philadelphia area. We've actually, Rodney and I interviewed him recently. We haven't actually released that interview yet, but we will be. And Yares is a wonderful singer and songwriter and activist, and he's done some really amazing work in the Middle East. And we understand that he was barely able to come this evening to join us because power went out in his house just a little bit ago. So please welcome Yares to our stage here at the showcase.
It's so close. My name is Yares. I think I have the green light to go right now. Awesome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for encouraging this whole cadre of us folk singers to happen tonight. So I'm going to start something off in Hebrew. It's an old Kabbalist text that I've taken and turned around a little bit. And it used to be calling for a spiritual revolution. I guess this is also a spiritual revolution, but this is a call to back off of our complacency and to shake the dust off of ourselves and literally do what's happening tonight and to sing a new song. So it's called Hazman Omer, time says, and the punchline is that time won't change a thing if we don't tell it to change. הזמן אומר שהכל יהיה בסדר ונסתדר, כשהדברים הרעים עולים והחושך חוטף את האור ואין סיכוי שהכל לא מתפזר, יהיה בסדר. אומר הזמן, קשה להבין שחסר הצורך להזיז את העניינים, והתנועות זזות בלי נוע, והכוח רק מנבואה, והאור מגיע ממש על המערה. זה לא בסדר, it's not okay. חייבים להגיד לזמן, we gotta tell time. חייבים להגיד לזמן, חייבים להגיד לזמן. Here's where we wake up. התעוררי, התעוררי, נערי מעפר קומי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שידברי. לי 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 קשה להבין, it's hard to believe שחסר הצורך להזיז העניינים, that there's not a need to actually move things, כשתנועות זזות בלי נוע והכוח רק מנבואה, that we only believe in prophecy, והאור מגיע ממש על המערה, that we only watch light in the cave. It's not okay. It's not okay. זה לא בסדר. חייבים להגיד לזמן, we have to tell time. חייבים להגיד לזמן. התעוררי, התעוררי, נערי מעפר קומי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שידברי. התעוררי, התעוררי, נערי מעפר קומי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שידברי. So Hazman Omer, time says, and for those newcomers, it's just a song that talks about the complacency of letting time be the dynamic that shifts reality, as opposed to us shifting reality ourselves and not waiting for time to do that. This next song is called Waiting on November. It was written last year during the BLM protests and the murders, the highly profiled murders of black men and women that more and more people are saying no to. And this is what came out of that for me, called Waiting on November. It's just that whole idea of elections and voting and how important it is. And, you know, I do have to say it's not always about waiting for November, but this is what came out of my heart at that point in time. all on the way. Never been more excited for the summer to fade. So much pain, black and blue all over, again and again. Disease is tough, starting to look more and more like it's actually us. To keep coming back, repeating history, we've forgotten to dream. And I'm waiting on November. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. Waiting on November. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. On the morning, ashes to ashes, we will rise up. The dam has been broken, too many holes in the story to last. Feet on the ground ring louder than bells, bullets, bombs bursting in air. These statues will fall, we will not regret, or we will not forget. And I'm waiting on November. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. And I'm waiting on November. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. Well, I've been to your mountaintop. I've laid myself down, waiting for the answers. Still I had not done enough. The hate in this nation, as strong as its greed, impoverished the future, stopped his breath with your knee. Killed in her sleep, on his way home, alone in the street. But we will not let this go. Our feet will sow, the future grows. Lift every voice and sing. The changing of this guard, we will take the charge. Let our people go where we soon shall be free. We soon shall be free. Well, we're waiting on November. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. But I'm waiting on November. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. So that's waiting on November, and Rodney and David also, I think, were the first ones to bring that one to the airwaves on a little demo that I made. And so with the little time I have left, I'm going to sing a song about truth. And, truth. What do we have to say about truth these days? So many different interpretations of it, but we know that there's truth. And I'm going to leave it at that. And this is to those naysayers, I sing this. It's called Can't Keep Truth Locked Away. Oh, a little dark in here. There we go. Unfurl the past like an old map. Look from where we came, look at where we're at. A path dependent seems to be, repeats itself at the risk of losing everything. But these chains can break, and these bonds unbound. Well, we'll shake the shackles, rattle the cage. Well, you can't keep truth locked away. Well, we'll shake the shackles, rattle the cage. Oh, you can't keep truth locked away. Nah, you can't keep truth locked away. Untruth to truth, darkness to light. Unveil the beauty that sits between the eyes. Don't let their lies burden your load. The truth moves in you and will keep you strong. But these words have weight, and these chains can break. Well, we'll shake the shackles, rattle the cage. Well, you can't keep truth locked away. Well, we'll shake the shackles, rattle the cage. Oh, you can't keep truth locked away. No, you can't keep truth locked away. People here got the mind to work, kick dirt from this hurt, and let your love show for the world. Well, we'll shake the shackles, rattle the cage, 'cause you can't keep truth locked away. Well, we'll shake the shackles, rattle the cage, 'cause you can't keep truth locked away. Nah, 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 you can't keep truth locked away. Thank you very much. Thank you, Music for the New Revolution. Thank you, everybody, for singing your songs tonight. My name is Yares, and here it's off to Rorie Kelly next.
All right, am I on? All right, thank you, Yares. That was wonderful, as always. So great to hear your voice, so great to hear your songs. And now we're going to move on to somebody who's beaming in from Long Island, or I should say Long Island, as my dad would, who grew up there. And we're going to be welcoming Rorie Kelly. So everybody give a great big virtual welcome to Rorie Kelly.
Dave, kill time.
Oh, I'm supposed to kill time? I don't know how to kill time. No. So I'll just mention, you know, the idea of Music for the New Revolution is a podcast that Rodney and I do together. And, but it looks like we might be ready for Rorie. Okay. All right, we're welcoming again Rorie Kelly from Long Island.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Rorie Kelly. I want to just say how grateful I am to be here tonight, how grateful I am to be in this particular room, because I just love seeing this really progressive move towards social justice. So thank you. Thank you, David and Rodney, for including me, and thank you, Ami, for playing. I haven't heard you before, but that was so powerful. And Erika, it's so good to see your face and hear you again. So I'm going to play a few songs, actually 2 songs and a poem for you, because that's where I've been at lately. I'm going to start with a song which is about being an invisible minority. I am a bisexual, non-binary human, and I wanted to write a song about what it is like when you're first coming out, both to yourself and others, like what that experience and that journey is like in a world where kind of heteronormativity is the default. And that's what this song is about. This is a song called Lying Streak. I try to put my heart in it, but I just end up getting twisted. I think that I was meant to be a weird old cat lady. I try to let go and just be myself. Has anyone ever found that helpful? I don't even know who the real me is these days. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. I try to tell you who I am, but it just ends up getting twisted. Walk away thinking something it was never what I meant. I never wanted to go into any closets. People just shove you in there in tight storage boxes. I fight my way out again and again, and still you think it was me who was confused. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. This isn't really my world. People make me nervous. This isn't my real life. This is just a stepping stone. I build my life on truth. Still I put on a mask every day, every day. Only until I am smart enough, brave enough to go it alone. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. Thank you, friends. I decided we're doing this very high technology vibe at NERFA, so I am using technology, which sometimes is a little scary in the folk community. I'm using my loop pedal. I'm using my MIDI keyboard because my big acoustic piano will not fit in this room. And beatboxing, in my opinion, is as folky as it gets. You know, creating sounds with what you have on hand, which is my mouth and a microphone. That's pretty folklicious, in my opinion. Anyway, I want to read you a poem right now. This is something I started doing over quarantine. I have been doing this regular live stream on Monday nights. It's called Monday Night Muses, and I go live on Twitch. It's my name, twitch.tv/Rorie Kelly, every Monday night. at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And I started about halfway through the live stream doing Poetry Corner, where I would just kind of live loop something that kind of felt interesting to me and read poetry over it. And I did it because I was like, it's quarantine, I might as well experiment. And I was just amazed and delighted to see that people actually liked it. People would come back and be like, what about the poetry? When are you going to do the poetry? So really thankful that like the thing I thought would maybe too weird to bring on stage has been really embraced. So this is a poem of mine called Among Thieves, and it is really about you know, kind of fear culture and how that kind of drives you know, consumerism culture. And I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. Have you noticed that we're living among thieves? The kind of thieves who laugh and make nice with your family. The kind of thieves who brush aside your hair and call you sweetie. The kind of thieves who laugh like hell while they rob you blind. The kind of thieves who sneak into your bedroom through your TV. The kind of thieves who take all you can give, then call you needy for wanting just one kindness in return. They wrestle cash out of your purse while telling you you're worth it. They sell your stuff behind your back, then charge you for the service. They tell you it's your fault for getting stolen from. Then they try to sell you an alarm system. Have you noticed how the thieves want you just hopeful enough to hand over your fragile, fragile trust for their protection? Baby, I don't want you to get hurt. Let me take the wheel. Car keys, please. This is the valet key. Don't you want full service? Baby, I just want you to feel good. Try one of these. You're worth it. $50, please. Baby, they say, pulling your hair back so tightly you can barely blink your eyes. You're so beautiful, and I just want to help you look your best. They fill your eyes with pretty things to match your pretty eyes, they say. Baby, it's a dirty world out there, they say, with fingers grazing your thighs. I just want you to be safe. Don't wear that for anyone but me. It's not just your car keys, your clothing, your credit cards. Soon you begin to feel very nervous about basic decisions. Is this safe? Does this look good? I need some advice. I feel wrong. Can you help? I have a little money. Should you be taking something, buying something, doing something, hiding something? All of a sudden the world does seem dirty, dangerous, an unknown quantity. Who are those people on the street? Are they friends or are they thieves? You're in it now and it's hard to get out. Staying home with QVC, peering through the blinds to see, just in case a dark figure should choose to steal up your driveway in that moment. But you're safe, you're safe. You keep telling yourself that. Yet you have the sneaking suspicion that it's like that old campfire story. The calls are coming from inside the house. Is that an intruder's flashlight on the second floor? Or just the blinking alarm light letting you know you're still okay? That's why it's hard to live among thieves. Thanks for making space for this tonight. I'm gonna do one more song for you. This is a song called What We Get, and I wrote this. Ami was saying that he was inspired by the Black Lives Matter protests that happened, in the middle of 2020. I can't imagine what it must be like to be in the middle of quarantine, in the middle of lockdown, and have to be fighting for your life, not just from the deadly disease, but from the people who are supposed to keep you safe. And this is a song, it's called What We Get. And if you like it, it is on, I have a new album, it's called Shadow Work. You can buy it on my website, it's roriekelly.com. But if this song speaks to you, I hope maybe you'll throw some love at the NAACP or, you know, a local organization fighting for racial justice in your community. It's time for a new voice, it's time for a new moon. It's time to stop waiting for the old men to make room. It's time to turn the flame and use the candle offered to burn down the gallows and the stocks. No, I don't believe without prisons we will monsters be. And if you do, it says more of you than of me. You say that you want to see order restart, but I know it means that you don't want to have to hear it anymore. You say that it's about respect as the cup kneels on his neck, and we can't keep a civil tongue. We deserve what we get. 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 You come with your half-truths, and just like the half moon, the light and the shadows make nightmares fill the room. It's time to pass the flame because we can't see the truth and we're too scared to move. I won't heed the cries of these privileged men so scandalized. There's no time to argue, just call a lie a lie. You say that you want to see civility restored, but I know it means that you don't want to have to hear it anymore. The water still runs poisonous and flex. You change the subject. For you it's academic. You're just playing devil's advocate, and we get what we get. 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 The water still runs poisonous. The water still runs poison. The water still runs. The water still runs poison. Thank you so much, everybody.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? Up next is a longtime friend of mine, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do tonight. He's so awesome, and he's coming to us live from Dawson Street Pub. Is that correct there, I think? Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Mr. Jefferson Berry.
Hello, NERFA.
You can start.
So Erika, above, and we're online NERFA conference, the virtual conference, virtual performance. Song, just a little protest association about our favorite neighborhood, Kensington. One, three. A summer evening at the corner of Clearfield Inn. He was looking for her brother in a park across the street. Oh, there were the fiends best left unseen. Under broken streetlights, we Natalie. They were mixing up their trouble with fun. No one saw it coming on the changes in Kensington. Another missing sibling replaced, he might have stayed. But people in Emerald City were lost in the haze. Death in Walmart parchments that the smell of the paste. They said they hadn't seen him in more than a couple of days. Side of the fire zone, a road to Hocken and a run. They checked out when the cops cleared the block with the changes in Kensington. Fishtown, I think I'll know why. Got to change the name of the neighborhood the folks know about. Said bye-bye. Natalie's landlord sold him out for $2.25. Mama sits at home and packs the house and she cries. With those who stick you up with the gun, our title searches in cold on State Road, the county jail. It was filled with brothers and fathers, could not make bail. Missing evidence, time served sentences, and justice had failed. Back at Clearfield and Lee, there were no Natalie, just some robots up for sale. Yes, I don't know where the men to go, where his people had gone. Some things were the good for when the snuff came done. Outside of the street, they used to accept their trouble and crime. No one saw it coming on the changes in Kensington. Thank you. Hey, you guys have fun there at NERFA, right? Bye, NERFA.
Yeah? All right. All right. So that was Jefferson Berry and band coming to us from a Dawson's Pub in Manayunk. And we're going to get going a little early, I think, with our next act. We're going to be ahead of schedule if Paul Kaplan is ready, and it looks like he may be ready. So I've known Paul Kaplan for a long time, and he is a wonderful singer and songwriter. And when I think of Paul, I often think of a lot of his wonderful parodies and rounds, and his nice voice and guitar playing. And so can I get a sense, is Paul ready? He's ready to go? All right, well, we'll turn things over to Paul Kaplan then. Here we go.
To sing. Jenny is telling me to sing. All right. Well, I'll start my dream again. I dreamed I heard Pete Seeger sing when he was 93. Says I, but Pete, you lost your voice. It never died, said he. It never died, said he. You used it up at concert halls and all those picket lines. Says Pete, I lost my vocal cords. My voice is doing fine. My voice is doing fine. Though some would say my voice has died, it's never been as strong as when it comes back amplified by those who sing along. By those who sing along. For I am like the shanty man who stands before the gale and helps us pull together so we all can raise the sail. We all can raise the sail. And just before my dream was o'er, he left me with these words. When what you sing comes from the heart, you always will be heard. You always will be heard. Now Pete is gone, but if you listen well, you'll surely hear his song, his hammer, and his bell still ringing loud and clear. Still ringing loud and clear. Wisconsin down to Texas, California to Wall Street. When folks sing out for justice, then you'll hear the voice of Pete. You'll hear the voice of Pete. I dreamed I heard Pete Seeger sing when he was 93. Says I, but Pete, you lost your voice. It never died, said he. It never died, said he. All right, so I'll do another sing-along. Feel free to sing along at home on the echo parts. This song is called I Had an Old Coat, and I wrote it a while back, and I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people sing it, a lot of people who I greatly admire, including David Roth, whose picture I see over there on his little box. And he actually added some extra verses at the end, which were very, very delightful. But I'm going to do it the original way. And it goes like this. I had an old coat and the coat got torn. What'll I do? What'll I do? I had an old coat and the coat got torn. What'll I do? What'll I do? I had an old coat and the coat got torn, so I cut it down and a jacket was born. And I sing every day of my life. In a couple of years those threads got thin. What'll I do? What'll I do? In a couple of years those threads got thin. What'll I do? What'll I do? In a couple of years those threads got thin, so I called it a shirt and I tucked it in, and I sing every day of my life. Then the sleeves wore out in the east and the west. What'll I do? What'll I do? The sleeves wore out in the east and the west. What'll I do? What'll I do? The sleeves wore out in the east and the west, so I pulled them off and I had a vest, and I sing every day of my life. But the vest got stained with cherry pie. What'll I do? What'll I do? The vest got stained with cherry pie. What'll I do? The vest got stained with cherry pie, so I cut and sewed till I had a tie, and I sing every day of my life. And when that tie was looking lean, what'll I do? What'll I do? When that tie was looking lean, what'll I do? When that tie was looking lean, I made a patch for my old blue jeans, and I sing every day of my life. And when that patch was next to nothing, what'll I do? What'll I do? When that patch was next to nothing, what'll I do? What'll I do? When that patch was next to nothing, I rolled it up into a button, and I sing every day of my life. And when that button was almost gone, what'll I do? When that button was almost gone, what'll I do? What'll I do? When that button was almost gone, with what was left I made this song, which I sing every day of my life. And that's where I got that song. Okay, I'm going to do a parody now. I guess that first song, the Pete Seeger song, was a parody because I used the tune from Joe Hill. This was based on a Malvina Reynolds song, and I wrote this in summer of 2020 after I had been trying to teach on Zoom, and with those little boxes with no real frame around them, just boxes with pictures or sometimes just names. And so and I've been very fortunate to have Two of a Kind sing this song, which certainly was a great thrill for me. And they do a great job of this. So it's called Little Boxes. Little boxes on computers, little boxes full of floating heads, little boxes, little pictures with no frame. We've been trying to stay healthy with a total lack of leadership. There's one blockhead to zoom in on if you're wondering who to blame. And we try to pay attention, but we're busy counting nasal hairs on the boxes, little pictures with no frame. This is how we meet each other, and the world sees our messy living rooms, or the part that we just cleaned up, 'cause we have a sense of shame. And somebody's dog is barking, and their husband is in his underwear, and don't ask what she is wearing down below that missing frame. Someone else who left the sound on now is using the facilities, but thank God there is no video, just a gray box with their name. And we're zooming every morning, and we're zooming every afternoon. We're so busy getting dizzy, watching pictures with no frame. When this horror show is over, and again we're three-dimensional, we'll no longer be in boxes, but we'll never be the same. Okay, I've got one more song for you, and I guess I should say for anyone who's out there watching, I just retired after 29 years teaching music, and I'm ready to get back into performing again, concerts, coffee houses, house concerts, and I've just put out a record this year, and I'm real happy with the way it's getting a lot of play on the radio. So I'll finish with this last one, which is, let's see. This is a song that music teachers could teach in those songs where the other teachers are not allowed to teach real American history. It's called Survival. There was an African who lived in Sierra Leone. And when the locusts came, they ate the rice she'd grown. But they're not hard to catch, and when she brought them home, they made a decent meal. Survival. There was a prisoner upon a stormy sea, under a bloody moon, chained in captivity. But he could feel the arms of his strong family tree bearing him through the night. Survival. There was a laborer beneath the burning sun. At night her master came so he could have his fun. Her children, all of them, were sold in Charleston. They carried all her dreams. Survival. There was a sharecropper on a poor patch of land who yearned to scream above the hoofbeats of the clan. But no one hears the cries of 3/5 of a man. He learned to bite his tongue. Survival. There was a citizen who had the right to vote, though she knew if she tried, they just might slit her throat. But she had come so far from that dark slavery boat, and so she found a way. Survival. It's on the video for everyone to see. The knee that's kept them down through 4 long centuries. But they are rising now, determined to be free. At last to guarantee survival. So that's all from me. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, especially Jenny and David, for hosting this show. I know it's a lot of work, and I'm really honored that you chose me to be part of it. So I'm going to sign off now and make room for more beautiful music. That would be Mike Glick, am I right? All right. Knock him dead, Mike.
All right, thank you, Paul Kaplan. That was wonderful. All right, and we were just with Mike Glick last night in his showcase that he was hosting. And we've also known Mike Glick for a very, very long time. I think the very first song I remember of his was a song about Crispus Attucks that he wrote that Kim and Reggie Harris covered. And so we're looking forward to hearing Mike Glick this evening. So give a great, big, warm, virtual welcome to Mike Glick.
All right, folks. I think I heard something about a song I wrote called "The Ballad of Crispus Attucks." That was a while ago, but I like that song. Anyway, as maybe some of you know, I had a very near-death experience in April, the beginning of April 2020. 12 days in the hospital with COVID, and while I was there, or around that time, Pat Richter got in touch. He had COVID too, but his was serious, but not enough to put him in the hospital. And he compared the disease to a bear and the way it grabs you and squeezes you, and it's just like this heavy thing on you. And I thought about that, and I ran with it. And I kind of connected the pandemic to climate change and to our despoliation of the earth and how nature's getting back at us. And here we go. This is the bear. There's a big old bear just rooting around, pacing the earth, his nose to the ground. His reach is forever, his desire unbound. Yes, there's a big old bear just rooting around. He will freeze you and squeeze you, put his arms around your chest. He may leave you alive or bring out your death, but he'll leave an impression you'll never forget. No, you never will. Yes, you'll remember that bear till your very last breath. He used to be hunted, even from birth. His days they grew short like his mother the earth. But now he's the hunter out and there running free. We should have known better, but we just let him bleed. There's a big old bear just rooting around, roaming the earth, his nose to the ground. His reach is forever, his desire unbound. Yes, there's a big old bear just rooting around. You could hope he'll be kind, want to make him your friend. He's a great force of nature and his mother's revenge, once a part of that bounty on which one could depend. But now he's the shadow who could bring about your end. His grip brings about a sweet lethargy. You want to cast him aside, but he won't let you free. He can put you to sleep, take your very last breath. He's dealing the cards, and this is your last bet. There's a big old bear just rooting around, stalking the earth, his nose to the ground. His reach is forever, his desire unbound. Yes, there's a big old bear just rooting around, just rooting around, rooting around. That's the bear. All right. So I got to do one from one of my favorite songwriters. And also I'm going to make you jealous by drinking from my Jean Shea mug, which I'm sure nobody else out there has. Just a second. Anyway, this is Woody's, and I just love it. It is the second song on my last CD, Alternative Facts and Other White Lies, and I think it's very different. It's about as different an interpretation as you'll ever hear, but you won't hear it quite as much today. Oh, you should hear it, David Amram's, though. That's serious. But Alexi, my son, plays a real jazz background to it. But here we are, Passions of Plenty. It's a mighty hard road that my poor hands have pulled. My poor feet have traveled that high dusty road. Out of your dust bowl and westward we go. Your deserts was hot and your mountains was cold. I worked in your orchards of peaches and prunes, slept on the ground in the light of your moon. At the edge of the city you will see me, and then we come with the dust and we're gone with the wind. California, Arizona, we make all your crops. Then it's north up to Oregon to gather your hops. Dig the beets from the ground, cut the grapes from your vine, to set on your table that light sparkling wine. Green pastures are plenty from dry desert ground, from the Grand Creek down where the waters run down. Every state in this union us migrants have been. We'll work in this fight and we'll fight. Oh, we'll fight till we win. Well, it's always we ramble that river and I. Oh, along your green valleys I will work till I die. Oh, my land I'll defend with my life if need be. For my pastures are plenty must all There must always be free. Yes, my pastures of plenty must always be free. All right, I hear all that virtual applause. Wonderful, thank you very much. If you want to hear me and Alexi, you can hear. I have two showcases. This one and the one I hosted, called "The Blues and the Absolute Truth," where I'm doing solo. But two showcases. One is with actually much later tonight. But again, you can listen to this stuff anytime, which is a nice effect. But you can hear me on Ron Olesko's showcase on the Friday night portion. And also I'll be on Sam Edelston's showcase. But I wanted to play this one because a turnabout is fair play, I always believe. And David and Jenny, who do a lot of children's songs, came on my broadcast there and did some adult songs. Well, this is a song I actually recorded as a children's song. And it's... well, I played it from some of their friends, and they said, you know, it's not really just a children's song. So I'm going to play it for you, and I think I might even put it on my new recording, although it is on a children's album I did years ago. And I realized it's actually the only tarantella I have ever written. I didn't even realize it was a tarantella, but it is. It's called Dancing on the Farm. Now folks just always think that life is fun upon the farm, that everything comes easy in the hen house and the barn. But work begins at 5 a.m. and lasts until the night. This makes the animals and the farmers cranky and uptight. Farmer Brown went out of town for a summer rest. He took the family to the beach to go swimming and to a fest. He left the animals on the farm working night and day. But when the car was out of sight, they all began to play. Oh, flibbity-jib, whirl-a-gig, playing with the pig. Happy-go-luck, nip and tuck, dancing with the duck. Oh, the chickens and the horses and the piggies and the cows are dancing on the farm and are kicking up a row. Now, you folks there at home, feel free to make all sorts of weird animal noises at home. Now the horses left the stables and raced up to the hills. They played tag with the butterflies among the daffodils. They whinnied and they snorted and they pranced the time away. And then they went back to the barn and frolicked in the hay. And the cows stopped their milking and went out for a stroll. They went to have a picnic by the water hole. They took out all the rowboats and even a canoe and played frisbee by the water just like we people do. Oh, flibbity-jib, whirl-a-gig, playing with the pig. Happy-go-luck, nip and tuck, dancing with the tuck-duck. Oh, the chickens and the horses and the piggies and the cows are dancing on the farm and are kicking up a row. Well, when you've got the word duck in your song, you better be careful. When Farmer Brown returned, he was very much alarmed. He told the animals that they couldn't play upon his farm. But now the animals finally knew what a rest was really like. So they all got together and they organized a strike. They all got together for a meeting of the minds. They marched around the barn with their picket signs. They bargained with the farmer and wrote down their demands. They wouldn't work for chicken feed, they had much better plans. Oh, flibbity-jib, whirl-a-gig, playing with the pig. Happy-go-luck and nip and tuck, dancing with the duck. Oh, the chickens and the horses and the piggies and the cows are dancing on the farm and are kicking up a row. Yes, they all got together and they live much better now. Dancing on the farm, folks. And you could even dance to that one, I guess. So I think I've got more time left than I thought. Right, I'm going till. Oh no, I'm just going to 11:25. So I really have time for one more. Okay, can't. Well, okay, I'll do this one. This is on the CD I did with my son called "Two for the Blues," and it's the last song, part of a trilogy of songs to poems by Langston Hughes. And these are all his words, didn't change a word. It's called Daybreak in Alabama. When I get to be a composer, I'm gonna write me some music about daybreak in Alabama. And I'm gonna put the prettiest songs in it, rising out of the ground like a swamp mist, and falling out of heaven like soft dew. And I'm gonna put some tall, tall trees in it, and the smell of red clay after rain, and the scent of pine needles and long red necks, poppy-colored faces and big brown arms, and the field daisy eyes of black and white, black people. When I get to be a composer, and I'm gonna put white hands in it, and black hands and brown and yellow hands, and red clay earth hands in it, touching everybody with kind fingers, touching each other, natural as the dew. In that dawn of music, when I get to be a composer and write about daybreak, and write about daybreak in Alabama. Daybreak in Alabama, everybody. Thank you. If you want to get in touch with me, my website is generations-music.com. Generations-music.com. See you all later. Bye.
Hey everybody, it's Rodney Whittenberg here, and I'm going to do a little set of music for you right now. Thank you, Mr. Glick. That was awesome. This is a song I wrote a little while ago that I haven't really performed all that much, but I think it's kind of appropriate right now. It goes something like this. The last day of America, the flag no longer flies. We were too busy watching television when the bald eagle died. No one was left standing, the weak or the strong. Seems the left and the far right got the whole thing wrong. protest line. The middle trying to protect itself in a jail of its own design. The devil's in the bass factory, playing with little boys, while the punk band is raging, pretty white noise. It all falls down. It all falls down. It all falls down. Just like Rome. Just like home. There's lead in the water and sugar in our veins. Caligula runs the internet. Congress is to blame, huh? Our soldiers are fighting a war they could never win. While business, religion, and government combine to commit the ultimate sin. It all falls down. It all falls down. It all falls down. Just like Rome. It all falls down from the inside. It all falls down to the ground. It all falls down from the inside, just like Rome. Oh, it all falls down. It all falls down. It all falls down, just like Rome. Just like Rome. Just like home. Just like home. All right, now that I've totally depressed everybody, now we're going to do a little something uplifting. Come on out, Dave and Jenny are going to join me on this one. This one is a more positive, uplifting song called No More Us and Them, and I wrote this one a long, long time ago when I was working with kids in a nonprofit organization called the Banner Project, and it was just a way of inspiring kids to recognize their differences, but respect them, but also figure out a way to get along. And I'm going to spin a second and tune my guitar because it's being a guitar. And going out of tune, especially when you bang on it like I just did. Oh, come on. All right, this one's called No More Us and Them, and at home you guys can sing along. And again, Dave and Jenny are joining me on this, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Together we're strong. Together we could win this fight. No more us and them. Let's talk about we, you and me. Yeah. No more us and them. Let's talk about we, you and me. Now Martin Luther King, he had a dream. He said all the children shall be free. Everyone, everywhere, all the time, everywhere. We should overcome, 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 we should overcome. We shall overcome. Yeah, us and them. Let's talk about me, you and me. Yeah, no more us and them. Let's talk about me, you and me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, no more. You know what I'm saying? Come on, everybody. Work it out together. No more us and them. Let's talk about me. One more time, here we go. No more us and them. Let's talk about we, you and me. Woo!
Rodney.
Yeah. Woo! Thank you, David, Jenny, for joining me.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What does that say, Gary?
Gary said, "Yay."
We would like our camera guide this evening is Gary Chaluti, who is a good friend of mine. Thank you, Gary, for helping us out tonight on the camera here in the studio. Let's see. Well, I didn't. Oh, I'll just do one more. Okay. This is back in the late '80s. I was driving across the country, and I was a young songwriter, and I kept this notebook on that trip. And when I got back from the trip, I found that I had this long, scattered throughout this notebook, all these what I felt were pretty cool couplets and little words that strung together in sort of like a Walt Whitman-esque poem. And so I ended up getting 3 songs out of it: the American Part 1, Part 2, and Reprise. I'm going to play you a little mixture of the two. This is called The American, and I hope you, I don't know, hope you dig it. Here we go. I'm a Midwest farmer doing the work of the Lord. I'm a Pentagon general turning plowshares into swords. I'm a nuclear bomb where the bald eagle flies. I'm raindrops falling from a black and blue sky. I'm the blood of the children on the city streets at night. I'm a high school senior, can't read the Bill of Rights. I am American. I am American. I'm a TV preacher, TV talk show host, KKK, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I'm a New York rebel in tight blue jeans, got needle marks on my arms and eyes like James Dean. I'm homeless on the sidewalk next door to the president. I'm a minimum wage mother of 3 paying the White House rent. I am American. I am American. God shed his grace on me and I sing na 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 America. Na 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 America. Na 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 America. Na 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 America. Father knows best with a red light whore. I'm the finger on the trigger of the cop at the door. I'm telephone sex, but one nightstand. I'm the staple in the centerfold, getting stuck in my right hand. Black waves in the ocean, black clouds above the trees. I'm a skinny man dying of a four-letter disease. I am American. I am American. God shed his grace on me. I'm the Indian and the buffalo, and the hole in the sky. Small town parade days, falling apple pie. I'm the first man on the moon, and ghettos that burn. Johnny Carson and Howard Stern. I'm Martin and JFK, God rest their souls. I'm Janice, Jimmy, and Jim, and the king of rock and roll. I am American. I am American. Yes, I am, and I sing. Na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na na na, America. Na 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 na, na 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 America. I am American. Born and bred in the USA. Thank you very much. And David's going to come out and introduce our next performer. Thank you, NERFA. This is awesome. See you in a few.
Thank you, Rodney. Woo! All right. So we have the great pleasure next to introduce the wonderful David Roth, a wonderful singer and songwriter. And I can't remember the first time that I heard his moving songs, many of which tell the true stories, very powerful, inspiring true stories of not necessarily people whose stories you would hear otherwise. So I think that's one of the things that David really brings to us through his songs. So please welcome the wonderful David Roth.
Yeah. You're up.
Good to go?
Yes, go.
Okay, good to go. Hey, good evening, everyone. Hi, NERFA. Nice to be with you, such as it is. If you happen to be sharing your Zoom room with somebody live in person, you could look at them right now and say, hey, here's a song we can sing together, okay? I'm right, you're wrong, you're off, I'm on. This is my new song. I'm right, you're wrong, I'm correct, I'm sure, and you are insecure. My heart is pure, I'm right, I'm sure. Don't bother contradicting me, you got no leg to stand on. Where is it you come off the rails with these viewpoints that you land on? I'm yes, you're no, you're stop, I am go, je suis vrai, tu es faux. That's French, you know. And you know we're gonna get somewhere by being mad and vehement. A seismic shift is always made with words of disagreement. You're right, I'm wrong. Thought I'd just try that on. How about a new song. No right, no wrong, no right, no wrong. This song is a co-write with my friends J.D. Martin from Colorado and Karen Drucker from the San Francisco Bay Area. For the past 4 years, Guadalupe checked in to the Phoenix office of immigration. Both of her kids, U.S. born. But everything changed the day they took her away. In the home of the brave, in the land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Guadalupe, you come for me. For the past 2 years, Kamal made his rounds. Interfaith Medical Center, New York City. He went to Sudan to visit his mom. But everything changed, he couldn't come back, he was stranded. In the home of the brave, in this land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Kamal, you come for me. Give me your tired, your poor huddled masses. This is America, built by dreamers, yearning to breathe free. If I had to leave my country, what would I do? If the way I dressed was a trigger for you, if I'm not welcome here, where would I go? Could I sail away on an unknown ocean of hope? In the home of the brave, in the land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Guadalupe, for Kamal, when you come for my neighbor, you come for me. Today's November 12th, and it marks the final day, the closing day of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, also known as COP26. And many of you may remember the name of a young 15-year-old girl in 2018 named Greta Thunberg. Now, that's how we would pronounce it. She's from Sweden, and the correct pronunciation of her name is Greta Thunberg. That's my best Swedish. That's the best I can do. And Tom Prasado Rao and I put a song together for Greta Thunberg. And I'm going to pop that one out now. To a weary world you have come to say, all is not forsaken, but tomorrow is too late. The future isn't cast, we must play our part. With shadows all around us, you are shining in the dark. Though the night is upon us, Greta Thunberg, you're the light in the darkness, Greta Thunberg. The time has come, the time has come, tomorrow's too late. You're lifting us higher, Greta Thunberg. Save us from the fire, Greta Thunberg. The time has come, the time has come, tomorrow's too late. There are those who say you're just a little girl, but look at you today, throwing lightning at the world. Speaking truth to power, Greta, now is the hour. We can't wait, we can't wait. Said the lamb to the lion, Greta Thunberg. You're not as strong as I am, said Greta Thunberg. The time has come, the time has come, tomorrow's too late. There are those who say you're just a little girl, but look at you today, throwing lightning at the world. Speaking truth to power, Greta, now is the hour. We can't wait, we can't wait. Though the night is upon us, Greta Thunberg, you're the light in the darkness, Greta Thunberg. The time has come, time has come, tomorrow's too late. Time has come, the time has come, tomorrow's too late. I may have time for one more, so I'll skip the talking. It's been my pleasure and honor to be with you. May we all go forward changing the world one song at a time as best as we can. Oh, I'm ready for change. I'm ready to move. There's no one to blame. There's too much to do. I'm ready to go, to get back on track. It's time to move on, and there's no turning back. It's my sacred job to strike some kind of chord, to challenge and help, not dismiss or ignore. Everyone gets a chance, with nothing to prove, And when I do my part, then the mountain will move. I'm ready to roll up my sleeve with passion and purpose, and we can achieve the high promise of truth and the fight for what's fair, to see that all people get their fair share. So I'm ready for change, ready for change. I'm ready to go. It's long overdue, and a debt that we owe. Everyone gets a chance with nothing to prove. And when I do my part, then the mountain will move. When I do my part, then the mountain will move. Oh, I'm ready for change.
Okay, you are now.
All right, we will introduce ourselves. Good evening.
Hello.
We're two of a kind. I'm David.
I'm Jenny.
And we're looking forward to doing a few songs ourselves. And we're going to get Rodney in the act on the last one, too. So,
Yep. So we are in the middle of writing a new musical, and it's called Hidden. And it tells the true story of a woman named Ruth Hartz, who was a hidden child in the south of France during World War II. And as many Holocaust survivors are feeling this, she's been rather triggered by the events that have been going on in the past few years. So this first song that I'm going to do is basically the start of the musical, where the adult Ruth is talking about all the things that she's been seeing
in the current day.
in the current day.
Right.
Yes. What should I do? I've seen this before. The memories hold such pain. I know I cannot close my eyes, but it's happening again. Tiki torches, Nazi slogan, they're shouting death to Jews. A shooting in a synagogue, I can hardly watch the news. I came to this country to escape from hate and fear. Was it a lie when I was told I could not have been here? What should I do? I've seen this before. The memories hold such pain. I know I cannot close my eyes, 'cause it's happening again. Racial slurs and hits and cages, I know just what's in store. This is what I lived through then in the Second World War. For years I kept my silence, the drama deep inside. Now it's time for me to speak. I have to know I tried. You want to know how I survived? I'll share the tale at last. We cannot make the same mistake. We must learn from the past. What should I do? I've seen this before. The memories hold such pain. I know I cannot close my eyes, 'cause it's happening again. It's happening again. It's happening again.
All right. So, continuing on that upbeat note, we're going to do a song next about January 6th. There's been quite a few songs at NERFA so far this year, I believe, about January 6th. So this one is mine, and tried to look for kind of an interesting perspective on the events of that day. Hold on one moment while I, yeah. A little bit better, okay. First day on the job, nervous and excited, couldn't see the fuse about to be ignited. Husband home with the kids, he's luckiest of men. Will I survive to be back home? Will I see them again? Will I see them again? Home, just wanna go home. Glass shatters, sharks are fired, I hear people screaming. The building has been breached, the angry mob is streaming. Lying on the floor, huddled beneath the desk. Will this be where I die, where I take my last breath, where I take my last breath? Home, just wanna go home. I can hear the mob pounding on the door. The terror shakes my body as I lie on the floor. Angry voices echo in these hallowed halls. Democracy hangs by a thread. Is this the day it falls? Is this the day it falls? Home, just wanna go home. I am just a staffer. Do I have to die just because these fools have fallen for a lie? I can see a senator from where I'm hiding here, one who fired up the mob, now cowering in fear. We're cowering in fear. Home, just wanna go home. Is this my country, the land of the free? Are these true patriots, the ones who threaten me? I have to call my husband, I try not to cry. I do my best to be strong, but could this be goodbye? This could be goodbye. So fly your flags at half-mast, bow your heads and pray. It was more than just my life that was almost lost today. Home, this house is not my home. Home, just wanna go home. Thank you, Gary. I want to just thank Gary in general because without him here, this evening would have been very, very difficult.
Rodney.
So, do we have time for one more or two more? I think one. Is that right? Time for one more. Okay, so we're going to get Rodney on the stage here. We horned in on his act, so we're inviting him. No, we're very thankful, actually, to have Rodney join us for this. Always fun to make music with Rodney. So we started off with a song from the beginning of our musical Hidden. This is a song from towards the end of our musical Hidden, and this is a kind of a rousing song called Never Again Means Never Again. And it does have parts that you could sing along with. So the chorus is pretty easy to get, and then there's some refrain lines during the verses as well.
Yeah,
Let me know if you're... How are you doing there?
I'm fine.
Okay.
All right, well.
All right. So, see if you can catch on to it. I think it's pretty easy to learn. We're imagining, along with this being in our stage musical, that well, he has some music way over there. That's why he's probably trying to get over there. Gary's trying to move Rodney around. Anyway, but we imagine actually that we might sing this at some anti-fascist rallies as well. So you good?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Never again means never. No, not ever, not ever again. Not again, no, no, not ever. Never again means never again. Never again means never again. No more roundups in the middle of the night. No, no, never again. No more children cowering in fright. No, never again. No more pink triangles. No more yellow stars. No more human beings crammed into cattle cars. Never again means never. No, not ever, not ever again. Not again, no, no, not ever. Never again means never again. Never again means never again. No more swastikas or white hoods. No, no, never again. No more hate hiding as the greater good. No, never again. No more crystal knocks, the night of broken glass. No more hiding our responsibility behind an angry mask. Never again means never. No, not ever, not ever again. Not again, no, no, not ever. Never again means never again. Never again means never again. No more cookie in the name of order. No, no, never again. No more demonizing those across the border. No, never again. No more death camps. No more genocide. No more killing civilians. No matter which side. No more normalizing white men's rages. No, no, never again. No more throwing children in cages. No, never again. No more executions by police without a jury or trial. No more excuses and no more denial. Never again means never. No, not ever, not ever again. Not again, no, no, not ever. Never again means never again. Never again means never again. Never again means never again.
Thank you. So nice. See, we actually, a lot of other people were sort of missing somebody applauding, and Gary has helped us out with that, as with so many things this evening. All right, so we want to thank you for listening to us here. And, Rodney and I have really enjoyed doing this podcast together, Music for the New Revolution, and trying to shine a light on all of the wonderful social justice music that's being created now, since we find a lot of people tend to say, where is all that music? Well, it's there, just people just often don't pay attention to it. And one of the wonderful groups of people who I consider to be young people, but that just may be because I'm an old fogey, is this next group, Windborne, four beautiful voices, amazing arrangements, bringing to light a lot of songs from many traditions and from a long history of social justice music. So please give it up for Windborne.
Okay, you're on.
Through eating too much supper,
Strange thoughts came o'er my slumber, strange thoughts came in my head. This world was topsy-turvy, and people of renown were doing the most peculiar things as the world turned upside down. I dreamt all folk were equals, and there were no starving poor, and nations never did quarrel, nor never went to war. Oh, what a curious vision, and yet a question sounds. Is it in dreams or waking that the world turned upside down?
Good evening, everyone. We're Windborne. We're so happy to be here at NERFA in our own home. And that first song was World Turned Upside Down, a little gem from the 1800s. We're going to continue now with a modern Québécois fable, actually written by the wonderful group Le Vent du Nord. And this is our version of it, but it was written as a song against fracking in the province of Quebec. And it is the tale of the devil and the farmer, and we've done a bilingual version of it, so you can follow along with the translation in the song.
Yes. Put up our foot cam there.
C'est l'histoire d'un diable sortant du bois des flammes, promettant au fermier de lui laisser son âme. Our story starts in flame, a devil straight from hell who to a farmer swore he'd spare his mortal soul if he divide and share the harvest he had sown, half and half for each. That's how the deal was drawn. À chacun sa moitié, c'est une obligation.
Le diable choisit pour que l'entente se bonne de garder ce qui reste sur la terre à l'automne.
The devil chose his half to sweeten up his song. He'd take the part that lay above the ground in fall. The farmer, he agreed and planted straight away potatoes, carrots, beets, which beneath the ground all lay.
Des patates, des carottes,
Véritable nappe.
Ho, 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 who would trade their bounty? Ho, ho, ho,
Les richesses de sa terre.
ho, ho, ho,
Got the better deal.
ho, ho, ho.
du diable ou de l'homme.
Quand arrivant le temps d'échanger les butins, les diables maudits ne lui restait plus rien.
When it was time in fall to divvy up the spoils, the devil's share was not. It caused his blood to boil.
He to the farmer said, I'll not be tricked again, I'll take the half below. See how you like it then.
Prenez donc à votre tour
Ce qui pousse sur le terrain. Le fermier accepta et planta cette fois des tomates, des courgettes, des melons et des pois.
farmer took the deal and planted all his seeds, tomatoes, squash and peas, melons and green beans.
At harvest time, the fiend, with nothing for him, then returned to deepest hell. The farmer wins again.
Retourna vers Satan, le fermier triomphant.
Ho, ho, ho,
Who'd gamble without knowing?
ho, ho, ho,
Sans connaître le marché.
ho, 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 who'd fracture their own land. Ho, ho, ho,
La terre désusée pied.
dum, ba-di, dum, ba-di, dum, dum, ba-di, dum, ba-di, dum, dum, ba-di, dum, ba-di, dum, ba-di, dum, ba-di, dum, ba-di,
according to his word. The devil turned around, he drained the iron, the gas, and the water from the ground.
Now on that barren land, what can spring up today? Just poisonous leaks of gas, tainted water and decay.
Le souiller les fuites de gaz empoisonné.
La terre fragilisée, comme ces Québécois condamnés à bouillir, l'eau que ça n'a pas.
The farmer, like the land, stood shattered and defiled, henceforth condemned to boil the water for his child.
The devil thus enriched, from land all dry and spent, left to seek new ground, leaving nothing but cement. Ho, ho, ho!
At the ending of our story,
Ho, ho, ho! Qui donc aura perdu? Ho, ho, ho! Ses précieuses énergies! Ho, ho, ho! Who's lost and who has won? Ho, ho, ho! Will we repeat the bargain? Ho, ho, ho!
Or is the deal already done?
All right, thank you. So, as you've probably known if you've heard us before, a lot of what we're singing these days is songs of social struggle. We like this kind of showcase because, you know, it's what we are doing anyway most of the time, with mixes of a bunch of different music from different cultures with songs, with traditions of harmony singing. And but we're going to sing you another song in English now. This one skipping forward some centuries from the first one that you heard. This is a piece by Phil Oakes that was originally written right after the assassination of the civil rights leader Medgar Evers. And it's a piece that, you know, expresses a lot of the shock and sadness and anger of that time, but it also has a lot of hope in it. It was at a time when the Civil Rights Act was on the verge of being passed, and there was a lot of forward momentum looking towards the future and what race relations could be. And the four of us looking at this song 50, 60 years later had to take sort of another look at it and also looked at what didn't happen and the issues that are still present. So this is our version of the Ballad of Medgar Evers.
In the state of Mississippi, many years ago, a boy of 14 years got a taste of Southern law. He saw his friend hanging and his color was his crime, and the blood upon his jacket left a brand upon his mind. Too many martyrs and too many dead. Too many lies, too many empty words were said. Too many times, too many angry men. Oh, let it never be again. His name was Medgar Evers, and he walked his road alone. Like Emmett Till and thousands more whose names we'll never know. They tried to burn his home and they beat him to the ground. But deep inside they both knew what it took to bring him down. Too many martyrs and too many dead. Too many lies, too many empty words were said. Too many times, too many angry men. Oh, let it never be again. The killer waited by his home, hidden out of sight. The police that always followed Evers disappeared that night. The killer squeezed the trigger, the bullet left his side. It struck the heart of everyone when Evers fell and died. Too many martyrs and too many dead. Too many lies, too many empty words were said. Too many times, too many angry men. Oh, let it never be again.
And they laid him in his grave while the bugle sounded clear. Laid him in his grave when the victory was near. While we waited for the future, for freedom through the land. The country gained a killer and the country lost a man. Too many martyrs and too many dead. Too many lies, too many empty words were said. Too many times, too many angry men. Oh, let it never be again.
We waited for that future, for that liberating day. We ignored our own complicity and didn't change our ways. Some claim that they are colorblind, but color's still a crime. And the victims of the violence leave a brand upon our mind.
Their names were Trayvon Martin,
Michael Brown and Sandra Bland,
Breonna Taylor, Freddie Gray, George Floyd, and Joseph Mann.
Eric Garner, and so many more who cannot breathe.
Each name not just one person, but communities bereaved.
They were not martyrs, but victims of hate.
Dismissed and dehumanized, no justice from the state. Killed at the hands of so many angry men. Oh, let it never be again. Oh, let it never be again. Well, thank you so much for having us. We have one more song left for you tonight, but before we sing it, we want to say a big thank you to NERFA and to the Songs of the New Revolution Showcase for hosting us. We have such fond memories of being part of the showcase in person at the 2018 NERFA, which was our very first Folk Alliance conference. So we hope to see you all back there in real life at some point in the future. Please do find us on the internet in all of the places. Our website, windbornesingers.com. You can also find us on all of the social media platforms at Windborne Singers, and our Patreon page, patreon.com/Windborne. If you're interested in booking Windborne, we are with Mike Green and Associates, so get in touch with Mike, and we'll see you somewhere down the road. This last piece was originally a piece called 4 Pence a Day, which comes from the north of England and tells of the really dismal working conditions and sort of starvation wages in the lead mining pits there. And we found a version of the melody by a group called Cross of the Hands that we really loved, and we've rewritten the lyrics to be about sort of similar issues, but in an industry that's a little bit closer to home for us. So thank you all for being here. And this is our final song. We are Windborne.
My father was a folk musician. He used to sell LPs, cassette tapes in the 1980s, and later on CDs. I told him I'd take up his trade, but he looked at me to say, it's very hard to work for just 0.4 cents a play. 0.4 cents a play, my friends, just 0.4 cents a play. It's very hard to work for just 0.4 cents a play. He said back in the good old days, the lines would all be long. As people queued to buy CDs, they formed a joyous throng. But now the music's all online, for discs they will not pay. My darling child, the times have changed, that's how it is today. For now they put the CDs down, and with a curious eye, they ask the dreaded question then, are you on Spotify? And with a sigh we answer yes, but this we'd rather say, it's very hard to work for just 0.4 cents a play. 0.4 cents a play, my friends, just 0.4 cents a play. It's very hard to work for just 0.4 cents a play. At the cafe just down the street, they roast a tasty bean. I order up a cappuccino, it costs 1,000 streams. And if I want to pay my rent, I'm very sad to say, it costs 250,000 streams at 0.4 cents a play. 0.4 cents a play, my friends, just 0.4 cents a play. It costs 250,000 streams at 0.4 cents a play. I have not come to tell you all that Spotify is bad. In fact, I sometimes stream some music while hanging out with Dad. But if I love an artist's songs for their CD, I'll pay, 'cause I know how hard it is to work for 0.4 cents a play. 0.4 cents a play, my friends, just 0.4 cents a play, 'cause I know how hard it is to work for 0.4 cents a play. 0.4 cents a play, my friends, just 0.4 cents a play. So support musicians because they're worth more than 0.4 cents a play.
Thank you so much for listening. It's been a pleasure. Have a great rest of your night.
Bye.
All right, the pleasure was ours, Windborne. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful harmonies to the Music for the New Revolution showcase. And we always enjoy hearing you. And maybe someday we'll get to have you in here for a in-studio performance and interview. But next we're going to turn to Barry Oreck, who I think first heard at NERFA. And we got to be back-to-back in Mike Glick's showcase last night. So please welcome Barry Oreck. Woo!
Okay, now.
Hi. Okay, now I'm starting. Hello. So great to get this NERFA blast being right after Windborne. In 2018, I was sitting in a song circle, and it was my turn. And these four people walked in at 2 a.m. and sang harmonies to one of my songs. It's just one of my highlights. And also David Roth, who many people have had long conversations with me thinking I was David Roth at NERFA. And Ron Olesko congratulated me for my Song of the Year in 2018 or 17. So nice to be connected. This is one I wrote in 2019 about during the wall controversy, but it got a whole lot even more relevant over the subsequent 2 years. So this is No Place to Run. No place to run to safety, ain't nowhere to hide, ain't no way to stop the future all over this shrinking world, all over this world. Ain't no walls to keep your fears out, there's nothing that's that high. Can't build up, we must see over, all over this shrinking world, all over this world. People want to live like you do, they think that's how to thrive. They just want a decent future all over this shrinking world, all over this world. We thought we had to do anything to survive, whatever means or ends it took to forever multiply. Dig the rocks and burn the trees to warm the house a few degrees. they'll have to reap just what we sow. There's no place for them to go. Our time is short, so we're short-sighted. All we see is now. Why can't we care about tomorrow all over this shrinking world? All over this world. My sister's quest is my quest also. My brother's pain is mine. I can't stand by and watch it crumble all over this shrinking world, all over this world. The rising seas, the shifting sands, the fate of people wrenched from their own lands. There's no gate and there's no wall to keep us safe above it all. Every living thing depends on this. We're on the edge of the abyss. No place to run to safety, ain't nowhere to hide. Place to run. That was on my last record that came out in the pandemic. And this one and the next two songs I'm going to play are my pandemic sessions. I'm sure many of us will have such albums coming out. This is coming out in January. And this is really a NERFA song. This is just celebrating the fact that everybody has a song to sing, and it can be a 3-chord song at 2:30 in the morning in a little hotel room, and it just blows you away. And I like to think, and I think we all, especially in these days, have to feel like music makes a difference. So hopefully I can get this one. I jammed for about 4.5 hours this evening. I was trying to save my voice, but I don't think I did a very good job. This is called Each Song is a Seed. Each song I play is a seed cast on a summer wind. It settles and nestles and burrows in till it's time to bloom again. Each song I play is a sound of souls that warp and bend, and all of the people who love and care we meet along the way. For the happiest, the saddest, the highest, the lowest, the moments we'll never forget. We'll sing for our supper and sing for our lives, trying to survive. Where fear and suspicion do reign, I can stand there and sing you a sweet old refrain. Sneak past defenses, start healing the pain on the wings of a simple song. Faint footprints in sandy ground. I can't change the world, but I just can't back down. Gotta trust in the music to touch the beyond and tell our history. For the baddest, the newest, the oldest, the moments we'll never forget. We'll sing for our supper and sing for our lives, trying to survive. One voice alone is power. Two voices together give hope. When all of us blend our voices, entwined like strands in a row, try to fix this old world that is broke. Say you can't sing, that's just fine. You can whisper or wail it or speak it in sign. Let the rhythms and feeling and spirit combine and give the world your song. For the happiest, the saddest, the tattered, the trivial, the moments we just might forget. Sing for our supper and sing for our lives, trying to survive. One voice alone is power. Two voices together give hope. When all of us blend our voices, entwined like strands in a row, try to fix this old world that is broke. So that's for everybody. I've heard at NERFA. We'll hear again. This is another kind of political song with a good sing-along, and my new guitar that arrived the first day of the pandemic, March 15th, 2020, was leaning against the gate of my house in Brooklyn. I don't think I said that. I'm tuning in from Brooklyn, New York. I am Barry Oreck, and this is The Rules of the Game. And I remember I should turn this down because this guitar is a monster. If there's and then you hit your capo. This is what I do at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning at NERFA. If there is a heaven, I'll be dying to know which rules to follow, which ones to forego. Everybody's telling me the rules of the road, the path to truth, salvation. But if the rules came straight from God, I can't help but think it's a little bit odd that we kill each other and the planet we're on in senseless conflagration. It makes no sense to me. Closing doors won't make you free. It's one planet, you can see we're all in this together. My parents taught me our history, how we settled this great country, took all we could. It's the land of the free, our manifest destination. Started thinking for myself and I quickly surmised they didn't have the answers, just myths and lies, using God as an excuse to terrorize, extend their domination. It makes no sense to me. Closing minds won't make you free. It's one planet, you can see we're in this all together. I went to church to learn right from wrong. Who's who's on our side, who doesn't belong. Give pity to the weak, but the spoils to the strong in our denomination. And why would an all-seeing Lord above care about who we choose to love? And why does push always come to shove in our angry, splintered nation? It makes no sense to me. Closing hearts won't make you free. It's one planet you can see. We gotta work together. We gotta, oh, little sing-along here. Take a little, give a lot, share a bit of what you got. Take a little, give a lot, share a bit of what you got. Take a little, give a lot, can't take it when you go. The future's only hope. What if the rules were meant to ensure that life on this planet could thrive and endure? We carry the disease, but also the cure to waste and blind consumption. And we know our children have to face the facts. We've started down the road and we can't turn back. Gotta love each other, get off the attack, save our civilization. It makes no sense to me. Closing hearts won't make you free. It's one planet you can see. We're desperate for redemption. We gotta, oh, we gotta, oh, we gotta take a little, give a lot, share a bit of what you got. Take a little, give a lot, share a bit of what you got. Take a little, give a lot, share a bit, oh, share a bit, oh, share a bit, oh, take a little, give a lot, can't take it when you go. The future's only hope. Rules of the game. I'm Barry Oreck. You can check out my music, Barry Oreck Music, or all those places that get 0.4 cents. I've never, I think I'm below, maybe if you're below $1, they don't send you anything, but maybe I'm above. But CDs, yeah, we love them. And thank you guys for putting this wonderful thing together, and appreciate it. Till next year in person.
Okay, you're ready, Dave.
Thank you, Barry. That was a wonderful set. It sounds like I'm echoing in the other room there. And we were saying that Barry had a real James Taylor vibe for some of that part, and it was really nice. All right, well, another longtime friend, originally from this Philadelphia area, at least in terms of our knowledge of her, is our next wonderful act, Marion Halliday. And I got to catch her set last night for the Philadelphia Folk Song Society showcase, and it was wonderful. And so we're looking forward to having her here for the Music for the New Revolution showcase. So take it away, Marion.
Marion, you're live.
Great. Sorry, I wasn't hearing anything. I apologize. Can you hear me? Awesome. Great. So, David and Jenny and Rodney, thank you for inviting me to be part of the showcase tonight. It's probably my favorite showcase at NERFA because if we don't write songs, it means something. I don't know what we're doing, right? So the first song I'll do for you is a song I wrote a few years ago, and I actually played it at the last NERFA that was live and in person. I had a semi-formal, and this was one of the songs I played. And I don't play it as much as I used to because I'm more aware of misappropriation, shall we say, of cultural norms and aspects of culture. But I think it's an important song. I'm proud of it. And I had the assistance of the Nanticoke Lenni Lenape tribe in the construction of the last verse of the song, which is in Lenape. And it was Indigenous Peoples Month last month, or this month, and with Thanksgiving coming up, it's just on my mind. So I'm going to share a song with you. It's called If Statues Could Speak. And the last verse, which is in Lenape, they've asked me whenever I play the song to remind people they are still here, there are survivors. And the words are basically, I am alone, but my people live on. So go to my website and learn more about the song.
They made a park out of my grave. After my people they had slain, they carved my image out of stone. Then they placed it on a hilltop alone. I had a woman and a son. I had a family like their own. All my arrows and my innocence was no match for the guns, their ignorance. If I could speak, oh, what would I say? If these stone lips could move, oh, what would it prove anyway? Who was the first in this place? Not their people, but my race. Ask the wind or the stars or the gentle rain, or the whispering stream that bears my name. If I could speak, oh, what would I say? If these stone lips could move, what would it prove? Anyone, Nahu honey, a latte. Nahu honey, a latte. Tishasi hana, a latte. Tishasi hana, a latte. A latte.
Hope you like that song. The next song I'm going to do for you is a song it's inspired by the pandemic. I think we all probably have a lot of those songs right now. And I just think if you're like I am, you kind of go through life never really thinking about a lot of the people that make it run so smoothly. Those essential workers, it's a phrase we've learned. So anyway, I wrote this song and it's called I Don't Know Them.
Don't know the man picks up my garbage. I just know he comes and gets it on Tuesday nights. Don't know the girl, she bags my groceries, but I like how she wraps the eggs up good and tight. Don't know the bus driver, lives on the corner, but I smile at her as she walks that annoying dog. Don't know the firefighter, lives on the 3rd floor. I sure love to watch him when he goes for a jog. I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them at all. I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them at all. Don't know the farmer who grew the avocado that I used to make the perfect lunch salad today. Don't know the guy who tested my water and made sure it's safe to drink and tasted okay. Don't know the folks who strung the power lines, but I'm glad they made my house so bright and warm. And I don't know the cop patrolling the highway, I just know she's there to keep me safe from any harm. I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them at all, yeah. I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them at all. Why should they care what happens to me? They're not my friends, they're not my family. Maybe the question should be, why should they care what happens to me? Don't know of a lab tech who sticks me with needles. I just know I never could do that job at all. Don't know the nurse who took my blood pressure, but it makes me feel better when he's doing his job. Don't know the EMT who raced to save me and gave me a chance to try and fight this thing. And I don't know the doctors, they're making the new vaccines. I just know without them, there's no hope of winning. I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them at all. But I owe them, I sure owe them, and don't we all? Yeah, we owe them, and we owe them, and we owe them, and we owe them all.
So thank you to any of those essential workers out there that may be among us. The last song I'm going to do for you, I think David and Jenny did one earlier. Probably there's going to be a few more before the evening is done. But this is a song I'm about to release on January 6th. If that date means anything to you like it does to me, you might be down with the idea of this song. Anyway, this song's called Hate That Kind of Love.
I started to write a love song. Like my relationships, it went wrong. Wanted to understand how they could still love that man. brown shirts and bright red hats, white privilege waving ugly flags, cry love drove what they done, all while brandishing their guns. I sure hate that kind of love. I sure hate that kind of love. Read about the Crusades, Christian pilgrims that came to save, show the heathen Christ's love with their swords and children's blood. These dark ages we're living through, talking heads shouting their fake news, claim they know what's best for us. In their love we should trust. I sure hate that kind of love. I sure hate that kind of love. It's imperfect, yes, that's clear. This country we hold so dear. But if they love God and family, then why do they hate folks like you and me? I sure hate that kind of love. I sure hate that kind of love. Don't we all? I sure hate that kind of love. One more time. I sure hate that kind of love.
I sure hope we hate that kind of love. Thanks very much for having me in the showcase. Have a good night.
All right, thank you so much, Marion Halliday. That was wonderful. I love that song, that last one that you did, and every time I hear it, it's very powerful. And next I have the pleasure to introduce Len Seligman, and I got to meet him through a get-together of people through Braver Angels. We happen to be in the same breakout room sharing songs. And he has a beautiful voice and is a wonderful songwriter. So please give it up for Len Seligman. Woo!
Hey, great to be here. I'm coming to you from Eugene, Oregon. Recently moved from Florida, and before that I was My Jewish ancestors owned a bakery in a tiny Russian village. One day an angry mob burned it down. They had very little time, left everything behind, and sailed away where freedom could be found. When he arrived here, my grandpa applied for a job. With a worried face, he waited in line. The boss said with a sneer, "You're not welcome here. We don't hire people of your kind. Go back home, go back home." They screamed at my ancestors, "Go back home." Immigrants came from Italy, Ireland, Poland too. The bigots said those people don't belong. They drink and they fight, they don't worship right. Send them back if you want to keep America strong. Go back home, go back home. They screamed at those immigrants, go back home. Oh, America, God shed his grace on thee. Will we live up to the promise of brotherhood from sea to shining sea? Just like my grandpa, people still come searching for a better way, yearning to be free, just like me. I pray we can all learn to say, you are home, you are home, no matter where you come from, you are home. Do I have what it takes to learn from my mistakes and tell all of my neighbors, you are home, oh, you are home, you are home, no matter what you look like, you are home. Do I have what it takes to learn from my mistakes and tell all of my neighbors, you are home, oh, my sisters and my brothers, you are home.
Hey Len, your audio is it's a little distorted on your vocals. I don't know if there's something you can.
Yeah, thank you for that. Let me cut my levels back. It's just vocals? All right, let's try this. The levels are, I brought my vocal level down. So that was a tune off my last album, which was a pandemic album. There it is. It's called Our Turn Now, and I'm going to do the title track because it just seemed real appropriate. It's called Our Turn Now. I wrote this right after I took a pilgrimage to Selma, Alabama, and to Montgomery, Alabama, and Jackson, Mississippi. And I walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge where John Lewis was nearly beaten to death. And I just felt so strongly the presence of those brave heroes. And if they could not give up under those horrible circumstances, then surely I could do more. And so it's our turn now. That's what the theme of this song is. Jimmy Lee Jackson, back from Vietnam. In desperate times, he dared to hope. In Marion, Alabama, mid-1960s, a black man could not vote. There was a peaceful protest. The police attacked his grandpa and mom. Jimmy tried to defend them. The cops shot and killed him. He was unarmed. The people said enough. We won't let Jimmy die in vain. They started a march to Montgomery, 50 miles on foot in his name. The marchers were gassed and beaten on national TV. Millions raised their voices, saying everyone should be free. It's our turn now. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Come and join us, we will rise. We will vote and organize. They showed us how. It's our turn now. The marchers arrived in Montgomery, met by a jubilant crowd. 50,000 black and white, their voices clear and loud. They overcame despair. They bravely took a stand, and a law was passed protecting voting rights across the land. And it's our turn now, our turn now. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Come and join us, we will rise. We will vote and organize. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Come and join us, we will rise. We will vote and organize. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Our turn now. So great to be part of this gathering. Thanks to David and Rodney and Jenny for putting this on. What a great collection of musicians and songs. All right, I'm going to go out with one off my previous album. The title comes from an old Sufi expression, the ocean refuses no river, which I think is a great way to talk about or to think about inclusion, that everyone is included. The sun shines on everyone. It does not hesitate, doesn't care about gay or straight. The ocean refuses no river. Love does not criticize, ever patient, always wise, knows when to shield its eyes. The ocean refuses no river. The ocean refuses no river. The rain falls on everyone. Doesn't help to hold a grudge. It's not up to me to judge. The ocean refuses no river. So it's the ocean refuses no river. The rain falls on everyone. The ocean refuses no river. The rain falls on everyone. Doesn't help to hold a grudge. It's not up to me to judge. Doesn't help to hold a grudge. It's not up to me to judge. The ocean refuses no river. The sun does not keep score. You don't have to do things right. You don't have to earn its light. The ocean refuses no river. Love does not compare. Chooses hope, not despair. Rejoices in a child's prayer. The ocean refuses no river. Everybody, the ocean refuses no river. The rain falls on everyone. Doesn't help to hold a grudge. It's not up to me to judge. The ocean refuses no river. Have you ever felt different? Excluded or ignored? May we all learn to keep an open door. The sun shines on everyone. Doesn't care about thin or fat. Shines alike on dog and cat. Doesn't care where you're at. I would like to be like that. The ocean refuses no river. The ocean refuses no river. The rain falls on everyone. Doesn't help to hold a grudge. It's not up to me to judge. The ocean refuses no river. One more time. The ocean refuses no river. The rain falls on everyone. Doesn't help to hold a grudge. Ocean refuses no river. And love excludes no one. Thanks so much for letting me be part of this. My name is Len Seligman. LenSeligman.com has all the links to videos and all that stuff. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you so much, Len. That was a joyful performance, and we really appreciate you being here. And we're getting towards the end of our wonderful showcase, and I just want to say thank you to all of the performers that we've had. I think it's been an extremely high-quality, consistent showcase this evening, and a number of the performers have commented positively about other people's songs and performances, and I totally 100% agree, 110% agree. Anyway, next we're going to have our final live performance of the evening, and then we're going to have our final performer will be on video. And we've got Ryc Ward, who I've seen a number of times, I think particularly at NERFA, especially at People's Music Network group things there. So take it away, Ryc. You're on.
All right. Well, hi, all. Can you hear me all right? All right. Well, I'd like to start out with a tune I wrote when we first started hearing about the caravan. It's called Walking on the Freedom Road. Ooh, oh, yeah. Children out in Texas prison got a hard way to go. They've been waiting for so long. Mothers in Mexico giving no way to know where their children are who have done no wrong. Whoa. Can't you see what you did to them? You have done to me. Whoa, whoa, the Iceman comes. We will find our way to freedom. Send them out everywhere, but they never even seem to care. Breaking up families all over the land. Meanwhile in Mexico, some dads are trying to come back home. But they were sent back south a long time ago, singing, whoa, whoa, it's more than I can stand, more than I can stand. Whoa, over the mountain, we will move this caravan just like that. People coming into Mexico, all the people I know, and they keep on walking on the freedom road. Oh, the people I know. There's too many people that'll shoot 'em up bad. Oh, the people I know. Worst kind of trouble that they ever had. Oh, the people I know. Had to start walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. Walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. I walked 1,000 miles from my home. Oh, walk a long day. I got 1,000 more now at least to go. Oh, walk a long day. And it's hard to feed a family on a penny or two. Oh, walk a long day. Wife and my baby Sarah walking too. Oh, walk a long day. Everybody's walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. Walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. Yeah. People down in Mexico got a long way to go. Been walking for so long. Men and women with a baby on their knee, sleeping in the cool night breeze, walking in the desert sun, 5,000 strong, singing. Whoa, we are the family of man, family of man. Whoa, love will stand, love will stand. I don't know, but I've been told, oh, live a long day. If you keep on dancing, you will never grow old. Oh, live a long day. And ever since I was a baby on my mama's knee, all the people I know, I've been rocking to the rhythm. I'm a family, that's all the people I know. Everybody's walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. Walking, walking, walking on the free. One more time, I've been walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. Walking, walking, walking on the freedom road. Ándale. All right. this next song was inspired. I had a song in progress, and I didn't know where to go with it. And then I heard a wonderful speech from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris right after they were elected into office. I said, that's it. That's what this song needs. That's what our country needs too. Now's the time to put our differences aside and work together. Now's the time to heal. It's called Come On In. We sowed the seeds of anger. We sowed the seeds of hate. Let's sow the seeds of forgiveness. I wish somebody'd said, you ain't got your green card. There's nothing to fear. 'Cause everyone's an immigrant round here. 'Cause everyone's an immigrant, only passing through. Been a long time traveling, same as me and you. We may speak a different language, play a different part. We all speak the language of the heart. And it's a long and rocky road, come on in. It's a hard and heavy load, come on in. We stand and work together, everybody wins. It's what it means to be an American. And there's room here at the table, come on in. Calling all better angels to come and lend a hand. Help us make things right across the land. Some folks seeking power, but only love is real. 'Cause love's the final measure of man. And there ain't no time to hate, it's time to heal. If you made it to the gate, come on in. If you're early or you're late, come on in. Jesus is my brother with slightly different skin, different color skin. And everyone's an immigrant in heaven. And there's room here at the table, come on in. Sing it with me one time. It's a long and rocky road. It's a long and rocky road. Come on in, hard and heavy load. It's a hard and heavy load to come on in. We stand and work together. We stand and work together. Everybody wins. That's what it means. It's what it means to be an American. And there's room here at the table. Come on in. All right, guys. Well, I got time for one more. That's not the right introduction here. There we go. I got time for one more song. This is a brand new one, and it's called the COVID-19 Blues. Another one of those songs. I got the idea. I just started laughing and wrote this up. It's up till 5 in the morning writing it. Mama's got 'em, Papa's got 'em too. It's the low down COVID-19 blues, 'cause you never can tell if it will happen to you. Unless, of course, you get it. But to my Aunt Betsy, farmer up the road, and a whole lot of people that I don't even know said, baby, come on, put on your traveling shoes. It comes on like a gangster starts talking to you, not to make you an offer that you can refuse. Don't give in, there's always something you can do. They say the virus don't knock, it just walks right in. Doesn't matter where you're going, doesn't care where you've been. Said drink your water, buddy, take your vitamin D. That's what I'm talking about. Now some touch elbows, others shake hands, some do everything just like a natural born man. They all believe what they heard on the radio, and they got different stations, see. Now some say, no way, I'll never take the shot, but the virus doesn't care if you believe it or not. Matter if you're poor or if you're a millionaire. It takes them one by one, and two by two, another 100,000 if it's all right by you. Doesn't pay any mind, man, it's the cold hard truth. Was a Texas politician, laughed loud and long at that COVID-19. Now he's dead and he's gone. So, baby, come on, put on your traveling shoes. Can't mess around with this thing. This is serious. Even the Texas governor has it now. Said, put on your traveling shoes, standing at the pearly gates, but it's way too many, way too soon. Haven't you heard the news? There ain't no time to lose. It's time to learn, there ain't no time to hate. You know my neighbors got 'em, the neighbors got 'em too. It's a low down, dirty COVID-19 blues. I gotta make up my mind, brother, what you gonna do? Are we gonna work together, help each other through? We'll say it's the OK corralling, time is high noon, and leave it up to the virus down at the ICU. So baby, come on, put on your traveling shoes, or keep it locked right here. It's up to me and you. 3, 4, 1, 2, put on your traveling shoes, standing at the pearly gates, but it's way too many, way too soon. Haven't you heard the news? It's time to change our tune. There ain't no time, I tell you what I'm thinking of. There ain't no time to hate, it's time to love. Thanks all.
All right, thank you. You're clear.
All right, thank you, Ryc Ward. Let's give him a hand. Thank you for joining us. It looks like you're in your car, Ryc, and it sounded really nice for that kind of performance space. So we're really happy to have you here. And we're going to be wrapping up with one last set from Levine, supported by Gathering Time. Mara has been here in the showcase supporting people and commenting since the very beginning of the evening. I'm just going to say real briefly a little bit about our podcast that's hosting this. So Rodney Whittenberg and I do this podcast called Music for the New Revolution, about music and social justice issues. And we've been enjoying doing this for a few years now. We've done a bunch of different episodes. And so you can check us out at musicforthenewrevolution.com or mftnr.com. Either one will get you there. And you can find our podcasts on various platforms. SoundCloud is where they reside, but we're also on iTunes and Amazon
Everywhere.
Music. And
Everywhere
I don't know about
podcasts
it's
are.
everywhere, but a lot of places.
Everywhere.
Okay. We can look everywhere. Podbean is one my son turned me on to.
There you go.
Yes.
We're Spotify playlists where
That's right.
whenever something interesting happens in the world or tragic or whatever, we make a playlist on Spotify that's sort of the music that speaks to that issue. So, and if you're also interested in being a supporter, check out our Patreon page, because we need all the support we can get to keep this thing going and bring you contemporary, modern, social justice, politically oriented protest music. And there's so much of it out there that just doesn't get exposure, and we're so happy that we can bring it to you.
Yeah. And I think we had a great sampling of it tonight from
Yes.
a lot of wonderful musicians.
Awesome. Yeah.
So thank you, NERFA, for having us do this. And
I'm going to go back and line up the next song. So good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the radio.
Yeah, and we want to thank Gary once again for helping out with the cameras and all sorts of things, and my wife Jenny, who before she went to bed was helping out as well. So we've had a lot of fun, and as Rodney mentioned, we have these Spotify playlists that are organized around themes, and we've just started doing that also on YouTube. So if you are a songwriter or performer who does political, social justice, topical, protest music, any type, about any subject, feel free to contact us and help us support you and help get your music out to more people, because that is part of our mission at Music for the New Revolution. And I assume, Rodney, you'll give me a high sign when you're ready for me to stop jawing. We're ready? All right, so we're going to turn it over to Marion Levine, supported by Gathering Time, for our final set of the night. Thank you all.
Hi, I'm Mara Levine, a touring folk singer based in Edison, New Jersey. Welcome to my Music for the New Revolution showcase hosted by David and Rodney. Because it's not safe for me to gather indoors with others at this particular time, you'll be seeing some live concert footage of myself, supported by my touring partners Gathering Time, singing several songs of social conscience from my latest album, Facets of Folk. We hope you enjoy. Thank you, David and Rodney, for hosting.
So we're going to kick off the evening with a song by Tommy Sands. There's a number of songs on this album of social conscience based on some of the things that are happening politically in the United States. I have a collection of songs that are designed to have us sing along, think a lot, and speak out.
Hang on there, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yes, we have to have percussion.
There we go.
And you're going to find some of these songs are really great to sing along with, including this one. So we want you to join us.
That's a
Daughters and
hint,
sons.
yes.
That's right.
It's
I'll
folk
be doing
music.
this a lot.
Yeah.
Hey.
That doesn't mean you have to stand up, just although standing's invited too.
All right, here we go.
3, 4.
They wouldn't hear your music and they pulled your paintings down. They wouldn't read your writing and they banned you from the town. But they couldn't stop you dreaming and a victory you won. For you sowed the seeds of freedom in your
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know we have a lot of singers here, so you'll be encouraged at various points to join in. In 2017, in Charlottesville, when the alt-right protested and someone was killed and a lot of people were injured, and we saw that folks felt empowered, some groups felt empowered to be hateful and be divisive, we decided to put out a double single, a two-sided single.
That's what they used to call them.
Right, a CD, two-sided single, and Stuart Marcus had written a song which they'll do in their set called Too Far to Turn Back Now, and I took Ellen Buxtel and Nick Annis' song, By My Silence, which is a very powerful song, and it is based on the speakings or poem by the Reverend Martin Niemöller, who was a Protestant minister, who was in the time of Nazi Germany, tried to counsel Hitler, that didn't work, and then when he spoke out, he was incarcerated in concentration camps for 8 years when he finally spoke out. And Stuart, you want to tell a little bit of the rest of the story?
Well, just a little over a year ago, we were on tour together in Europe. We played in Ireland and in Germany, and it just happened we were about an hour's drive from the Dachau concentration camp, which is now a museum and memorial park, and we saw his cell. It was the model, actually, for all concentration camps that came afterwards. And there was a big display to him. He, of course, when he got out, was asked, how was it that he, a full-blooded German and a Protestant minister, was put in a concentration camp. He gave the famous quote, "First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist." And you know the rest.
Mm-hmm. And this song is based on that.
So when they came for the communists, I held my tongue, minded my own business like a good neighbor. I trusted that justice was done. I didn't ask what was their crime, it was their sadness, wasn't mine. I didn't care where they were sent. By my silence I gave my consent. By my silence I gave my consent. I am not Jewish, and so when they came for the Jews, I had nothing to say. Branded with stars like cattle in boxcars, and then taken away. I didn't ask what was their crime, it was their sadness, wasn't mine. I didn't care where they were sent. By my silence I gave my consent. By my silence I gave my consent. I didn't care when they came for the unionists, came for the socialists, took the powerless. I'm not a terrorist, I'm not an immigrant, I'm native born, faithfully ignorant. I didn't care what was their crime, till their sorrow turned into mine. Their sorrow turned into mine. I was okay, I was a citizen, and I was free. I didn't care, now there's nobody there, no one to speak up for me. At the time I believed it never would happen to me. I didn't know what it meant.
So who here is familiar with Cy Khan? There's a handful of people. He is an activist and a songwriter. He's been very well known in the folk community for his work in the civil rights and the labor rights movement. And his latest project has been, for the last 10 years, trying to prevent the building of the Pebble Mine, which would be the largest open pit copper and gold mine pretty much in the world. They want to build it at the headwaters of Bristol Bay in Alaska, where 40% of the world's wild sockeye salmon go to spawn. So the song is called Upstream. It's from his album called Bristol Bay, and it's about the fight of those fishes and us to stop the building of the Pebble Mine. Okay, you ready? Every night we see the moon ascending from the earth. Each new day we rise up to watch the sun's rebirth. Every month the old moon wanes to give the new moon way. Every year the salmon return to Bristol Bay, past the shoals and the rapids where the current runs strong, past 100 different dangers that make the odds so long. No matter how impossible their ancient journey seems, the salmon swim upstream. If you were a newborn salmon, if you had your say, would you think it's worth the effort to even swim away? Knowing the statistics, everybody learns. Of all the millions that are born, only one or two return past the shoals and the rapids where the current runs strong, past 100 different dangers that make the odds so long. No matter how impossible their ancient journey seems, the salmon swim upstream. We are like the salmon, yet not like them at all. They number in the millions, our numbers are small. At the end of their journey, not one is left alive. We too are in danger, yet we will survive. Past the mining corporations, whose millions make them strong. Past the paid-up politicians, who string us along. No matter how impossible the way to victory seems, we fight our way upstream. Past the shoals and the rapids where the current runs strong, past 100 different dangers that make the odds so long. No matter how impossible their ancient journey seems, the salmon swim upstream. The salmon